You rise in the morning thinking it will be another normal day of getting the kids to school. Then it's off to Starbucks and on to work. But the day quickly turns into something else. In the political and financial worlds, this type of event is often referred to as a black swan. An event that arrives seemingly out of nowhere, causing a total breakdown in the safety nets of our communities. These types of experiences are both shocking and surreal, and sometimes dangerous. If the power grid goes down, your cell phone doesn't work. The ATM machines won't work. You can't call 911. You can't get gas because the gas pumps won't work. Your answer is to have a plan. The plan should be simple but effective. So what exactly should you do to prepare?
Be ready to receive information. And that information may come from your reliable sources where you listen to on a day-to-day basis, and those are the ones that you trust. So make sure that you're ready to hear, any sort of emergency evacuation notice or any sort of impacts of the disaster to your water source, to food sources, transportation lines. I think it's really important to be ready and to just make sure you have access to that kind of information coming from outside.
An emergency management specialist, and this person is dedicated to training our staff, making sure they're aware of our structure, what we would do in the event of different types of events, making sure we have inventories, food, water. So there's a lot of preparation that goes on, and that's key into the management, proper management.
If you're preparing for a possible disaster, a couple basics to have are just, having some lighting, some headlamps and flashlights, and making sure they work. Having batteries that work for them, and knowing where they are. Having a stash of fresh water, some water containers or bottled water stored somewhere. Having some food set up somewhere. We sell lots of food at this particular store that's good for long-term storage. And then as far as something that's not an item is having a communicated plan of, what do you do if anything happens, to have a plan laid out for that so you're all on the same page with what to do. Yeah.
Emergency management and response is a team sport. It's not an individual call. When something happens, the more prepared you are and able to handle yourself, that frees up the first responders that are putting out fires and pulling people out of debris if it's an earthquake or some other event that people need immediate attention and help. And if you are relatively safe and uninjured, the more you can take care of yourself and understand and assess your situation, not panic, understand how you can take care of yourself, that frees other people up to address people with greater need.
For an REI nationwide, we offer classes pretty much on the monthly, sometimes bi-monthly, on emergency preparedness in particular, but then also in all sorts of things related to that, from wilderness medicine. On October 25th, so next month, is our next emergency preparedness class here, and it's called Zombie Preparedness, Preparing for the Zombie Apocalypse, and it's an actual class. It's worth going.
A simple plan and some necessary provisions to buy you time will go a long way in ensuring your safety and the safety of the people you love. It will also enable you to further access the situation with a clear mind. In a crisis, we are all afraid. The situation is often chaotic and we have no real control. All you can control is you and how you choose to react. This not only helps you, but it is also a service to your community.
Planning is key.